Jonathan Walker, also known as U.S. Agent, appeared in 2020's The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Jonathan was just a regular small-town boy who dreamed of a life of heroism. He enlisted in the U.S. Army, where he proved himself to be a talented soldier. During his service, he was awarded medals for bravery, however, lost his wife and friends in the war. Later, he was selected to participate in a secret program, Super Soldier Program, similar to the one that created Captain America. Walker was given the serum Super Soldier Serum, which gave him superhuman strength, speed, and endurance. He received a suit and a shield similar to those used by Captain America and became a U.S. agent. In the TV series The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Walker was introduced as the new Captain America after Steve Rogers retired. He was very ambitious and eager to prove his value, but his methods were brutal and unethical. He quickly lost the public's support when he killed a man he thought was a criminal, but who was actually innocent. Walker became obsessed with revenge and began acting on his own, ignoring orders. Eventually, he lost his shield and was demoted, but he still saw himself as a hero. Walker is patriotic, but hot-tempered and prone to aggression. He was obsessed with the ideal of Captain America, but he failed to realize its true meaning. Walker wasn't a villain in the traditional sense, he was an unstable, a man trying to find his place in the world. Possessing superhuman strength, speed, endurance, as well as being trained in a variety of martial arts and weapons. He uses a shield similar to Captain America's shield, but not vibranium. Walker was created as a reflection of Captain America to show that a true hero is not defined by strength alone, but also by morality. His story shows that even a hero can be flawed if he's not careful about his actions and moral principles. He is an ambiguous character who evokes different feelings for viewers and readers. Jonathan Walker is an example of how a hero can turn into a villain if he doesn't hold on to his power and doesn't follow his moral principles. His story shows us that even the best intentions can lead to bad consequences. Ghost, aka Ava Starr, is a villain from the Marvel Cinematic Universe who appeared in Ant-Man and the Wasp. She is a complex character whose history and motivations involve a tragic past and a desire to right her wrongs. She gained the ability to be intangible after a failed experiment that killed her parents. After she was found, Bill Foster took her in as an adopted daughter. Afterward, she slowly died from lack of energy. Ava began searching for quantum energy to live more, calling herself Ghost. After a few weeks, she learns of the existence of a quantum tunnel that could send a person to a quantum dimension, created by Hank Pym, which was in his lab. Her plan was to get the lab to find Janet Van Dyne, who has quantum energy, but the heroes think that the process of absorbing quantum energy will kill Janet. Ava has already forcefully tried to steal the lab, once again coming into conflict with Ant-Man and Wasp. Hank still manages to save Janet, and she shares her quantum energy with Ava, temporarily curing the phasing. Ava goes on the run, along with Foster, and gradually recovers. Ghost has the ability to pass through objects and people. She can manipulate energy, create energy blasts, and use it to fly. She also possesses superhuman strength and stamina. Ghost is a tragic character who struggles with the aftermath of a tragic event. She is not a villain in the traditional sense. Her actions are driven by desperation and a desire to right past wrongs. She is capable of compassion and deep emotion, making her a more multifaceted character than many other villains. Red Guardian, Alexei Shostakov, appears in the movie universe in the movie Black Widow. He is a Soviet superhero and antagonist with a very interesting backstory and complex relationships with other characters. Alexei Shostakov was born in the Soviet Union and served as a pilot, excelling in his career. He was selected to participate in a Super Soldier Program in the USSR, similar to the Super Soldier Program in the United States that led to the creation of Captain America. Through experimentation and modifications, Alexei gained abilities that made him a super soldier but also left him with many physical and emotional injuries. During one of his missions, Shostakov met General Dreykov and has been working for him ever since. Dreykov was the creator of a secret program to create professional assassins and spies from girls left without families, the so-called Black Widows. After the collapse of the Soviet Union in 1991, Red Guardian was out of business, and a year later Dreykov gave him the opportunity to work as a spy. Red Guardian is a character with a strong sense of patriotism and pride in his country. He sometimes acts childish, unreliable, and comical, which adds depth to his character. He has issues with self-esteem and sense of justice, which is evident in his interactions with other characters, especially Natasha Romanoff Black Widow. The Red Guardian has enhanced physical abilities, including great strength, speed, and stamina. He utilizes a variety of weapons and fighting techniques, making him a dangerous opponent. In combat, he displays high skills in hand-to-hand combat and strategic tactics. In Black Widow, Alexei Shostakov represents part of Natasha Romanoff's family, which she considers her second family. He is portrayed as a slightly comical but arrogant character trying to show his power and importance. The Red Guardian acts as a competitive but ultimately protective character who seeks to help his adopted daughters, Natasha and Elena Belova. He becomes a time of support and ally in the film, helping Black Widow in her fight against Taskmaster and the Red Room organization. His interaction with Natasha shows the dynamics of the relationship based on the past, making it deeper. Bucky, also known as the Winter Soldier, first appeared in the movie The First Avenger 2011. His most recent appearance was in the TV series Falcon and the Winter Soldier. A World War II veteran, a former sergeant and soldier in the 107th Infantry Regiment, and Steve Rogers' best friend and childhood friend. During World War II, he became a member of the Howling Commandos. Together they attacked many of Hydra's bases. During a battle on a Hydra train, Bucky was attacked and fell into a chasm. Thought to be dead, Bucky survived, though he lost his left arm. Brainwashed and armed with a new cybernetic limb, he eventually became a gifted Hydra operative known as the Winter Soldier. For decades, he killed anyone who posed a threat to Hydra, spending time between missions in a cryogenic chamber. However, when he was sent to assassinate S.H.I.E.L.D. director Nick Fury, he met an old friend, Steve Rogers, causing his memories to begin to awaken. Bucky becomes the target of a fight between Captain America and Iron Man when he is blamed for the death of the King of Wakanda, T'Challa, and is also the killer of Tony's parents. Bucky later joins the Avengers to defeat Thanos. In the Falcon and Winter Soldier series, Bucky works to overcome PTSD and tries to become human again with the help of Sam Wilson Falcon. Bucky has superhuman strength, speed, endurance, agility, and hand-to-hand combat skills from his modifications. He has replaced his left arm with a prosthetic arm made of vibranium, a metal that makes his arm incredibly strong and resistant to damage. He has extensive military experience, as well as espionage and sabotage skills. Bucky is a complex character who is both a victim of brainwashing and responsible for his actions as a Winter Soldier. He seeks to atone for his crimes and to regain his life and dignity. Bucky is also deeply loyal to Steven Rogers and is always ready to come to his aid. Elena Belova. Elena Belova, also known as Black Widow, first appeared in Black Widow 2021 and later in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier 2021. She is the sister of Natasha Romanoff. Elena, like Natasha, was trained in the Red Room, a secret Russian super spy breeding program, and was Natasha's sister. After Natasha escaped from the Red Room, Elena stayed behind, continuing to serve the organization. When Elena learns of Natasha's death, she decides to avenge her death. She has extensive experience in espionage, martial arts, and weapons handling. Elena is smart and cunning. She is able to plan her actions and find a way out of difficult situations. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Elena comes into conflict with Steve Rogers, not believing that he helped Natasha at the time of her death, and then works with them to find out the truth. Sentinel's main ability is the ability to alter matter and energy through molecular control, which allow him to mimic almost any ability with enough practice. And he can raise the dead, including himself, absorb energy, shoot energy beams, become invisible, travel to other dimensions, and move. In general, this list can go on ad infinitum. And of course, the Sentinel has enhanced speed, durability, physical strength, and reflexes. The character was originally created as a simple reference to Superman, but as he evolved, Sentinel went far beyond the standard Kryptonian abilities. The Sentinel's most formidable opponent was himself. His mind suffered from a personality disorder and created an alter ego that became the opposite of the Sentinel's light powers, darkness. It always sits in his subconscious and waits, lurking in the darkness, to strike a devastating blow. The darkness is the dark side of Robert's personality, the physical embodiment of his darker aspects. Because of his dark nature, he becomes stronger at night and in the negative zone. When he takes control of the Sentinel, he retains his abilities and level of strength. Darkness can manipulate his appearance as he wishes, transforming from human to monster form, to a blob of darkness the size of a city. He can absorb the energy of others, amplify them, create shadow monsters, grow in size, and manipulate darkness. It also has parasitic tentacles. It's a copy of Gloom, also super strong shit with tentacles capable of tearing supers apart. In the video, Bob looks confused and stupid, however, the character is actually brutally intelligent. His abilities have given him the intelligence of a genius. He's great at mechanics, architecture, machinery, tracking energy sources, cybernetics, robotics, and computer science, which is very relevant. When he joined the Dark Avengers, he gradually turned into Gloom due to Osborn's manipulation. Gloom put up a serious fight with the Avengers, finished off the God of War and Loki, and destroyed Asgard. It was only Reynolds' own intervention that allowed Thor to kill him. Then he came back to life in the form of the Horseman of Death of the Apocalypse, lived in the negative zone, and during the events of the King in Black was sent to the other world to now. What's interesting is that the symbiote god absorbed Gloom into himself. This is due to the fact that the Knull is the god of darkness, and Gloom is the conceptual essence of darkness. He simply absorbed into himself what he controls.